What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's been a good couple years, but we're here for another F1 25 career mode.
Finally! Let's do this for real. Sorry it took so long. You know what these legal types are like? Yes, sir. No, sir. Here's 80 pages of needless jargon, sir. Anyway, believe it or not, this is my excited face. Come on. Let me show you what we've got. So, all the usual stuff. Merchandising, likeness, blah, blah, blah. But the really juicy stuff is their expectation of you. They need you to challenge yourself all season, be the best you can be, dominate your teammate, become a legend. All that jazz. Now, it's over to you.
Alright, well, there we have a fun little cutscene from the revamped driver career mode. So, if you guys don't know, you do have to set a target for the overall that you can reach over the season. So, just setting something reasonable. As you can see, I'm going to be in the Kick Sauber. This is meant to be a sort of road to glory type thing. So, yeah, that's why we're starting at the back of the grid. And, yeah, let's see. I really don't have any experience in this car, so how this season is gonna go, I really can't say. But, you know, that's the fun of a road to glory, right? You try and make the most of it. So, let's head into the headquarters now, or office, or I have no idea what it's called anymore, actually. You can see here we don't actually have too many resource points to start. Obviously, the rival is going to be our teammate, and I chose Hulk because I am a Renault fan and I still love him from back in the day. But yeah, just taking a look at the upgrades, there's really not much we can do as of now. We're going to have to advance a little bit of time first, which I'm going to go ahead and do right now. Alright, so now with 440 resource points, we can actually throw in an upgrade. I think, oh man, it's unfortunate we're not going to get that in for Australia, but at least we'll have something for Bahrain. We're going to go rear downforce. That is typically what I like to do as a first upgrade, and our car truly needs it. And let's take a look at the grid for this year. There we are. Alright, Formula 1 2025. Let's get it going. Okay. Great. So, I'm pretty sure Hulk tried to rush that upgrade in. Oh, right, yeah, we have our specialists as well now. Completely forgot about that. We only have one, so that's a pretty simple goal to achieve. But yeah, tried to rush that upgrade in, I guess is what Hulk did, but not gonna get that, so. Oh, lovely. Wet qualifying. Oh, good, okay. Well, as you'll see later in this episode, I have absolutely no ability to drive in the wet whatsoever. As it is, it's been forever since I last played these games kind of consistently. And even then, before that, when I was playing consistently, I could not drive in the wet,
Okay,
so this
mate,
is not
the
good.
first running of the
But at
real
least,
car. Now, I know it's a big ask, but let's get some useful data and get you used to how the practice sessions work. Let's start the season as we mean to go on, eh? I know we can have a great year, so let's go.
Alright, cool. Thanks, Mark. Just interrupt me. What I was going to say is, at least the race is dry, so yeah, we'll be able to do something there, but quali is really not going to go well. these practice sessions, or these practice programs, are pretty easy to do. So at least I'll
Okay,
get
me
some
again,
running in
mate.
and
We've made
get to
some
know how the
changes
car
to the way
works.
that ERS works this year, so you're going to have multiple modes to choose from in the race now. Have a play around with them in your MFD during the practice sessions and think about how you might use them on race day. I'll check back with you soon to chat more about it.
Okay, Mark, there's actually nothing different between this year and last year, so thanks for that. Anyway, here we go. Taking this car out for the first time, and truly it is the first time. I haven't driven very much on this game at all. And the driving that I have done is in an equal performance car. As you can tell, I clearly don't have much knowledge as to what's going on here. But we got through all our practice sessions, got all our resource points, so on to quali now.
We're here
And
in the heart of Melbourne. It's Albert Park, and it's qualifying for the Australian Grand Prix.
as you might have heard there, that was an audible reaction. It is truly wet. This is not going to be good. So I fueled up for about, I think, four laps, I think it is. That's what I typically do in the rain anyway. Just keep on running and see, one, if the track gets better or if I get more comfortable. But what you're about to see is someone who is very uncomfortable in the rain on turn-in, on exit. There's just no level of comfort to this whatsoever. So we're going to try and make the most of it, you know. Here's towards the end of our first lap, and let's see what kind of time we do. Even there, you can see just like I have absolutely no confidence putting the foot down on exit.
ETA on this rain clearing up is
4
about
seconds
10
off.
minutes, so just keep your concentration out there. We've only got 2 laps of fuel
4
left.
seconds off. Okay, well, I mean, I'm gaining a good amount of time here on the second lap, but 4 seconds off that first one. It was at this point where I kind of realized, like, okay, this is really not going to go well. At least I'm not last, but it's time to call it. There's just, I don't know how to drive in the rain. I apologize for that. This is not the time for me
Intermediate
to learn
tyres
how
are
to
your
drive
best
in the
bet
rain.
in the current conditions.
Mark seriously needs to shut up. He's actually starting to annoy me. But yeah, we are going to call it here. I'm just going to fast forward through the end of the session. This car isn't quick, but somehow, I don't know if you would have caught that, you'll see it now. I don't know how Hulkenberg's in fourth. That has to be purely off the rain. I don't have that kind of pace in me, and I think this car would be starting at the back of the grid regardless. So it's fine. We'll make the most of it. Oh, I did forget about this. Well, that's unfortunate, but like I said, we'll make the most of it. All right, on to the race. Let's go for it.
The winter is over. It's time for Formula One 2025. Yes, that long break that you've all been coping with so well can now be put to the back of your minds. It's on-track action and it's off-track drama. That's what we're looking forward to. We go racing today then in the state of Victoria, where the drivers have 14 corners and 3.28 miles to navigate at an average lap speed of around 120 miles per hour. The close proximity of the barriers make accidents inevitable, and recent history shows us that a safety car is not at all out of the question. Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Lando Norris will lead us away from pole position, edging out Max Verstappen, who'll start from P2. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Piastri, Leclerc, and Sir Lewis Hamilton, and Tsunoda, Albon, Antonelli, Sainz, and Nico Hulkenberg, Ocon, Gasly, Isaac Hadjar, and Behrman, Doohan, Lawson, George Russell, and Fernando Alonso. Rowan and Lance Stroll brings the grid to a close. And now it's time to head down to the track.
I didn't notice it till just now, but George really screwed himself over on the quali. I don't know what he's doing starting so far back. Anyway, looking at strats, we're going to take a look at what everyone else around us is doing. Seems like the majority, at least around us, are starting on the mediums. We're going to start on mediums too. I think it's going to be a two-stop for us. I think everyone's going to be doing a two-stop. So, yeah, we're going to start on the mediums, and we'll probably move to the hards in the middle stint and then get on the mediums again, just so we have some pace towards the end of the race. I don't really know which tire is a better race tire. I probably should have done a little more running in practice to get a better idea of it, but, you know, we're here, and we're going to try and make the most of it. There is a slight chance of rain towards the end, so that's also why I'm thinking leave the mediums for the last stint, because if that rain does come, I'm going to want to stay on the hards until it does. So, yeah, happy with this. Let's get this race going.
The formation lap gets underway and every driver will be looking to settle in for the race ahead, making sure that their car is ready for the battle once the lights go out. As the cars come back towards the grid to line up for the start of the race, each driver will be wanting to get the best start they possibly can, and they'll be hoping to finish today's race on the podium, failing that, within the points.
Alright, here we go. It's the first race of the season. Let's get off to a good start, but we never typically do. Away we go for the start of the season. It's actually been a pretty decent start. We're ahead of Stroll, closing in on Fernando a little bit here. Oh, that's a bit tight. Sorry, Fernando. Didn't mean to hit you up. Yeah, yep, that's fair. Alright, well, it could have been a good start. Is kind of just an average one now. We've held position at the very least, so not too bad. Ooh, gonna have a big send down the inside on Fernando. Let's see if we can pull this off. I don't think so, because just going around the outside there is always pretty tough. Oh. Seemed like he got kind of held up behind Lawson there, and he just had to lift off, and that just gave us the position. We'll take that. That was truly unexpected, but yeah, okay. 2 positions already here at lap 1.
All right, let's focus now for the rest of the
Yes,
race.
Mark, we absolutely will. There's a lot to be gained here. There's some hard runners ahead of us, so it's time that we make use of these tires and just get some positions like that. Trying to send down the inside of Liam. It's a bit too far back to really pull off that move, but, you know, we're filling up his mirrors. We're letting him know we're there. Maybe we can force a mistake. Oh, okay. Is that... I don't think these are actual attempts to overtake. I think it's more so just me missing my braking point wildly and having to move out of the way, and somehow, you know, it kind of ends up looking like a half attempt at an overtake. But no, you can seriously already see like Lawson kind of dropping off from these medium runners ahead of him, so it is kind of crucial that we get past him if we want to start moving up. So we're going to send another one from quite far back, and this time we are able to actually pull the move off. Let's take a look at that from the highlights point of view. Nope, sorry. Got that one wrong. We are not going to watch a highlight of that. We're just going to move forward into the race where George Russell is sitting behind Isaac Hadjar. Both the V-carbs are on hard tires, so that's quite unfortunate for George because he's getting held up now, and battling with him isn't going to help his race at all, but he manages to hold us off. That's what you would expect. A good car would be able to hold us off there. I think the V-carb is certainly much closer to us than a Mercedes. Now, though, we have a good run on George. Gonna have to use a bit of battery, but we're gonna try and force this move around the outside. Should be able to maybe... we can get better traction than him, and it's taking a second. He's still there. Will we be able to... oh, that's a little bit of contact there. But I think we've finally been able to move past him cleanly. Alright, here we get to look at the highlights. Yeah, this is some fun racing. There was a little bit of contact there, but nothing crazy. No damage for him or me, so we'll let that one slide. closing up to the back of Isaac Hadjar now. I don't particularly like making moves at this fast chicane. I think it's just a little bit too hard, and do you see how much time you lose going too wide there? Like, Duan's just lost so much time now, and I'm going to have to send it past him here, which should be coming. Yeah, there we go. That one was certainly much easier than George. But yeah, running too wide.
Okay, mate, we're currently burning through fuel a bit quicker than we'd like, so let's try and make it last for now, please.
Thank you, Mark. Actually, that's a good point. I did take out a bit of fuel, so we might actually be running a little low. I'm not too sure. We'll have to see how that goes throughout the race. But yeah, anyway, running too wide through this fast chicane, I just feel like you lose so much time. So as you can see here, I've turned off DRS and I actually lifted off, just so that I can stay close behind, not have to make that move there. And then, you know, I don't even really need to use any battery to make it down here. That was really bold. I couldn't remember if I made that move or not. If I didn't, that would have been super embarrassing. But there we go. Past Hadjar. Slowly moving up. Now we've closed onto Pierre Gasly. We are going to box this lap, though. Either this lap or next lap. So this move isn't the most crucial. We are going to get it done regardless. That's another position for us. We got the two Haas's ahead of us.
Great maneuver. You made it look so
Thank
easy.
you, Mark. I do think we are boxing this lap, though. Yes, we are. So, not the most crucial move ever, but, you know.
Okay, mate, I'm afraid we didn't quite get what we needed there, but let's not worry about it. Get your head down now, chin up, and let's focus right until the checkered flag.
That's unfortunate, but, you know. What are you going to do? I also don't really know how I failed that, but it's fine.
Okay, go, go, go. Perfect job on the turn in there, mate. Looks like a nice stop time. We're happy
Anyway.
with that one. All right, we'll be doing one more stop today. One stop left in this strategy.
Yeah, Mark actually talks way too much, but anyway, we're on to the hards now, and we've got a good amount of clear air now, so this is where this is kind of a crucial stint right now while everyone else is still out ahead of us. If we can maximize this fresh air, I think we might actually really be able to pick up some places.
The car ahead of you.
Oh, that's extremely tight, but we've somehow managed to avoid contact. We're going to have to try and make this move here, and we do successfully. I guess that's his tires not being fully warmed up yet, so we'll take advantage of that, try and run away from him now and get up to his teammate. Or not. Or we're just not going to have very much pace at all.
Try to stay with them. They might make a mistake and we could still regain the position.
The biggest issue here now is that the car's performance might truly show. It's rapid in a straight line.
Okay, mate, that's Stroll behind you. We want to keep them behind, please. This is super critical for our strategy.
Alright, we'll try to do that. But yeah, our car's performance is going to really show now. As you can see, straight line speed, clearly not an issue, and you know the R&D chart showed that. But in fresh air, when we were trying to gap people, we just couldn't. And I think, you know, this Haas does have at least some amount of speed on us, so that's why I couldn't really escape from him. But at least I can stick with him now. I'm not sure what the issue is for the Astons. I feel like they should be a lot faster. I don't know how I'm keeping Stroll behind. But yeah, at least for the target, I'm going to have to really stick with Ollie here and use his DRS.
So your ERS is running a bit low. Look into changing your ERS mode in the MFD for a more conservative burn rate. Or you might want to try some lifting or gentle braking to recharge.
Thank you again, Mark. I do know how to charge my ERS, but you're the one who set this goal of staying ahead of Stroll, so I kind of have to burn it. Nope, this is us just trying to recover some battery if we can. We want to keep Stroll behind now, but we need the battery to do so, and we can't. If we lose touch with Behrman, then we're kind of screwed. I mean, Stroll's just going to pass us like he did. But this is a bit deflating now because our pace is really showing, and it's just not brilliant. We're kind of just stuck here. I could force a move. You know, if I burned even more battery, I could force a move and then just be stuck kind of ahead of him and burning more battery to try and defend from him. So It's unfortunate, but I guess that's the reality. It's the first race. We're going to have to make the most of what we can right now. We'll get upgrades in, at least for Bahrain, I think, but for now we're here. I am using this opportunity to try and make a move because there are some cars up ahead, Ocon and Lawson ahead.
Good job. Nice.
Thank you very much, Mark. I'm using this opportunity to make this move now because at least there is some more DRS that I can latch onto, and now I don't really have to be sitting behind Behrman to defend. I say that full well, knowing that I didn't get DRS and I might lose this position. Okay, we managed to hold off just for now. We're really going to have to put the hammer down, though, and get into Ocon's DRS. If we can't do that, we're just going to be bleeding time out to these guys ahead of us. And that's deep. That's not what you want. I really need to be pushing hard and not making mistakes. Unfortunately, it's hard to do one without the other. Alright, there we go. Fully into Ocon's DRS, though. So now we can latch onto that, have him kind of drag us along. Even if we're dragging Behrman with us, that's okay. At least we're staying ahead of Stroll for that objective. Just taking a look at the race director. So there are a good amount of people who haven't stopped yet. So there is a good amount of positions to be had now. I'm not sure if some of those people are on the hards and haven't stopped yet, so that might mean they're doing a one-stop, which I didn't even think was an option, as we should be able to fly past Lawson here. We're on the overtake, and yep, a simple send down the inside. He hasn't boxed yet, so that's not too surprising. But yeah, I thought everyone was going to be on a two-stop, but it seems as though some of these hard runners are going quite long. When, honestly, if they did another lap or two, they could quite comfortably get to the end on mediums. But yeah, I don't know if it's our car's tire wear that didn't allow for it, or I just kind of blanked on that. I didn't consider a two-stop at all, so, or sorry, I didn't consider a one-stop at all. So that's a bit unfortunate, and at this point I could probably extend the hards to the end, but I would lose all sense of pace by like...
Rain is forecast in just over 10 minutes time. Rain
Oh.
in 10 minutes.
Oh, okay, well that's actually news. I would lose all my pace by like lap 23, but that might be worth it if it starts raining around then. We look to pass Ocon down the inside. Again, though, now we have some fresh air. If I can't make use of this pace, I'm just going to have to let him back and just, I don't know, piggyback off him, recharge the battery, and just see what we can do from there. But,
And Sights is stopping now.
alright, at least for now, we are well and truly in the points.
Yeah, really good job on hitting that target, mate. Nice work. Still a long way to go, though.
There is a long way to go, and there's a lot to actually consider here. I don't know if it's going to rain or not.
We're approaching the pit window, and you're going to be on medium.
Right, but that's assuming that it's a dry race, because if it stays dry, there's no way I'm staying on these hards. I'm going to have to get off them, because they will die off. But if that rain comes, we'll have to see. Oh, this is risky. I'm not liking the pace of the hards, so that means we're going on to the mediums now. That means we're thinking that it's not going to rain, so we better pray now, because if it comes, we have really bottled an opportunity here.
Okay, mate, that's it. Go, go, go. That was a fantastic stop. Faster than we were expecting. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops.
All right, good stop. Onto the mediums now. Till the end of the race, we're in a good spot. Oh, Yuki Tsunoda's DNFs.
Yellow flag.
All right, well, there's another position for us. Anyway, yeah, so now onto the mediums. We're in a good spot here, but I mean, I'm just kind of nervous now, because if it rains, then we really threw away a good opportunity.
Okay.
Here goes Ocon past us again. I mean, that's just the reality of this race. In clear air, I don't have the pace that I would like to, run away from these guys, so I'll just let them stay ahead and kind of follow them, use their DRS, save some fuel, save some ERS. But yeah, that's unfortunate. But like I said earlier, it's the reality of where we're at right now. So you kind of have to take it. At least we have the pace to not get dropped by them. So, you know, there's something to that. I think this is our genuine pace, you know, considering where Hulk is at and where he qualified. This is where we're sitting, at least for Albert Park. And it's, you know, it is a very power-hungry circuit, so it makes sense that we'd be able to kind of make a result out of here, but around other tracks, if our car doesn't improve quickly, it's not going to be hard to imagine that we're going to be sitting very near the back of the grid for most of the race. So not looking forward to that, but at least for now, you know, we're just in this battle with Ocon. And I say battle, it's really not. I mean, we're kind of swapping and changing every other lap, but it's more so I'm just looking to add some ERS.
Nice work, mate. That brings you up a place.
I'm just looking to add some ERS, you know, while I sit behind him, sit in his DRS, and kind of let him do the work for me, because whenever I try to pass him, I can't really get anywhere, and I have to burn way too much battery just to stay ahead. That's Isaac Hadjar ahead of us, who I'm not sure if he's doing a one-stop or not. I can't remember if he... I think he is. I think both the V-carbs stayed out long on the hards and then swapped to the medium, so he got the jump on us with that strat, so he's done quite well for himself there. But I think now we're gonna have the fresher tires, so we should be able to make a move on him in the tail end of this Grand Prix. But yeah, it looked like there might be more for this race, but I guess not. Here's a nice send towards around the outside. And yeah, we do have the better tires, so we were actually able to out-traction him. And we've got a little air gap to our teammate ahead of us, and really it's just for pride now. But I can tell you, unfortunately, he ended up gapping us even more. I think I kind of switched off, you know, I kind of realized there was not much to fight for, so yeah. That's where we'll bring it home. It's not the worst result, especially considering what this car is.
Alright, race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
Going into this weekend, I certainly didn't expect P13, so, you know, it sucks to be towards the back of the grid, but we'll take it.
And in the end, there was no Verstappen. Max Verstappen, he takes victory.
And to get a victory at the first race of the season, this might be a sign of things to come. One thing's for sure is that this performance will be giving the team and the driver relief and confidence going into the rest of the season.
What a day it's been for Formula One, and what a day it's been for these three drivers. Time for the podium celebrations. Time for our drivers to celebrate. But there can only be one on the top step. Your number one, Max Verstappen.
So in the end, Max takes the win ahead of Lando and Charles. Unfortunately for us, you know, it looked like we might have a chance to finish inside the points, but me and Nico unable to do so. But yeah, first race of the season, it's not the worst thing in the world. We are going to have some upgrades come in, or I mean, if they don't fail, we'll have some upgrades come in for Bahrain, so that's a good spot to be in. Oh, I completely forgot about this. Damn, maybe I should have actually pushed to overtake Nico. All our little overall metrics going up. Oh, thought awareness and pace. Fair enough. That wasn't my cleanest race, but, you know. Recognition's at a nice spot. Oh, yeah, I did choose the Sauber Academy, so there is that. But yeah, I'd say that's a successful first weekend overall. Back to the headquarters now. We are going to advance a little bit of time. So that rear downforce upgrade has come on. And I think we're going to advance a little bit of time just to see if we can throw something else in for Bahrain, or if we have enough resource points now. Not sure. Oh, we do. Okay. An engine power upgrade for Bahrain. So we already do have quite a good engine, but I am going to throw it on just because it clearly helped us get somewhere in Australia. So Bahrain, it certainly will do us some favors. So yeah, I'd like to have that on, assuming it does come on. There's the arrow upgrade. Come on. There we go. Alright. We're looking good for now, so I will leave it there. If you guys did enjoy this, please leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe. Next episode should be out very soon. So, yeah. Thanks for watching.